Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel, Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we have the sixth lesson on pull off and hammer on, and I will show you a new kind of a device you can use with that technique, and then I have like two extra the rest of what I collected, so to speak, and I want to show that to you, and then it's pretty much it what I have collected, and what I think it's really good and valuable for playing, for music, all about this hammer on and pull off. So, and you have also this PDF down in the description below. There you find the link to the PDF, which you should download. Would be cool to also support this channel, of course. But on this PDF you have all these, what we are discussing today. You have all the notation there, and that might be also helpful for to see like more quick what's actually happening, also rhythmically, and the different techniques and so on. All right, so the technique we are talking about, the first page is only about that. Actually, it's like you play a very you play a quick Dara or Diri stroke, and then immediately hammer on the next note. And you can do the same thing the other way around with the pull off. Or and the way we are doing that, we are using a Ra, actually not a Diri stroke. Sorry, that was actually wrong. That's a good start of that lesson. We use like Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da, or Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da. Okay, that's the basic technique. Yeah, so we have always this kind of a triplet where we have two notes which we strike with Da-Ra or Ra-Da or Re-D or Di-Re, and one note which we play with hammer on or pull off. The first line is arpeggios on a single string, arpeggios of 4-note structures. In this case, we take an or we can also do that with scales. Maybe let's do that with scales first, because it's more easy. For example, we take the G major scale or E minor scale, and we do it like that. So always like a pickup, Ra, and then Da on a strong beat. And then immediately that hammer on. Yeah, so that's, and quicker would be, yeah, that's a nice thing when you play it quick. It has this energy, and it's really a beautiful device, I think. And the other way around. So, yeah, Ra, Da, pull off, Ra, Da, pull off, and then the change of the position. So we always take over the note we just played with another finger. So it's like B, and then we do. And we have to know actually also what comes later, because when we play scale, sometimes it's half steps, sometimes it's whole steps, and it's better for the hand actually to have a half step always played like that, first and second finger, and a whole step always played like first and third finger. So I have to know what comes next. Yeah. That's a beautiful, beautiful technique, actually. All right. When you go, let's go to the next, to the arpeggios. Arpeggios are less notes than scales in an octave, so there are some stretches we have to do when we play it on a single string up and down. Here we have E minor with an F sharp. That's a chord. That's an arpeggio actually. That's E minor triad with an added ninth or an added major second, you can say. And the way it goes, it's like that. E, F sharp, G, and now, yeah, that's a stretch, and that is also a stretch. But then. It's very difficult to play that very quick. You just saw it, how difficult that is. And one way to make it easier for us is to use, instead of this, when we move down, when we descend with our arpeggio, we don't use this hammer on, but a slide, a glissando. Yeah? So that's quicker. It's of course I mean it's easier to play, but it's because you have otherwise you have to jump immediately, you know, to the next position before you actually play it. Yeah, and with a slide, you just go there like really easily, yeah. But it's of course a different sound. I like the hammer-on, the pull-off sound more. So I try to go more for that. But of course, if I'm just in the middle of playing that quite quick, I would just go with a glissando, with the slides, and do that. You can do that on every. Actually, I like the sound much more on the lower string. That's with a lot of stuff. Also with a lot of these hammer-on pull-offs. I actually is more oud kind of a thing. I actually like quite a lot on the lower strings. All right. Anyway, struggling here a bit, but what can you do? Now the next is in the second line. It's just one example of a lot of possibilities. It's quite often actually I write something down more as a kind of a door opener. So when you play that, you are quickly in that room and you see all these different possibilities. So you don't have to. I mean, I don't want to write every little possibility down so that I know, oh, I can do that, I can do that. Just the door openers I like to, so the keys I like to write down. And in this case, it's this one. So it's just two notes, two altering notes, perfect fourths. So it could be also possible to just do other intervals, huh? From major third. Yeah, you can just improvise with that idea. So we have like again this ra, and then on the downbeat ra da and hammer on, ra da pull off. Chakita, 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 chakita. Yeah, that's a pattern. Okay, next we have kind of the same pattern again, but with like different melodic variations. It's like we start in this case now we start with da. So the basic pattern is and it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So we have this in this case it's like 8 32nd notes, which equals 1 quarter note. So we have like the first phrase would be it's like on one beat. Then you see my right hand is always doing actually quite a simple thing, but the coordination, of course, is the tricky thing. And next is actually more simple, but they're all the same movements, all the same. But of course, they only use hammer-ons in this case. The next is just sticking to these two notes. That's a basic rhythm. 3 3 plus 2 and then 1, or it's like a T high actually. We have 3 times 3 and the last repeat, so to speak, the last note of the last repeat comes on 1, or on the beat in this case. Anyway, you don't have to know what that is. We will discuss this later. What is a T high? It's like an Indian rhythmical thing, important thing actually in Indian music. But anyway, let's go to the next. The next is actually quite the same what we had before, like this kind of a movement, like da ra da diri. In this case, we say diri, yeah, diri because it's a quick stroke. So it's like diri, pull off, diri, pull off, diri, pull off, diri, pull off, dara. And we have 4 times 3, and that way we make sure that we have 12 16ths, and then we have 2 eighths notes, so we have like the measure, the 4/4 measure is completed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Takita, 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 ta. Takita, 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 ta. Okay. All right, next line. This is also a quite cool pattern, and I think I will definitely use it sooner or later in one of my compositions to write something with that. And the way it goes, it's also again this the same movement what we already always had, and when I just it's actually. Let's go through the evolution of this pattern. It's like I have this. Yeah, that's the basis. This is our pattern. Rada, 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 takita, takita. Now, I don't play this with a fretted note, with a C here, but I use this with an open G. So I've so that's my first step. And now I add this G here. And when I play Ra, when I play this this Rada, I actually play both strings. So I play actually taki ta taki ta taki ta tak, and this ta key. The one in between, the second of the triplet, I hammer on and pull off. And that's a pattern. I can vary the notes, and that I will do. I'm really pretty sure that to write a composition with that. So. Yeah, it's a cool thing. It's like as if there would be like 2 instruments playing together. Okay, we go on. There are some more things which really did not fit into the previous topics on the previous like headlines of techniques with hammer-on pull-off. So it's a kind of some additional stuff which is a bit different. The first is a nice kind of a phrase where I actually have the D, where I think like D major or D major scale, and I do like this is like the E is actually the ninth, the second degree. Then I do a hammer on to my major third. Then I have my A string, this is a perfect fifth. Then I have my D, this is a root. And then I have the possibility to have another hammer on anywhere on the D string, anywhere where is a scale tone of this. In this case, I would choose a kind of a major. Lydian would be also cool, but like whatever, just a scale, a major scale. Yeah, that's a beautiful. I like this sound. It's like this pickup, this very like majesty, like majestätisch in German, what we would say. It's like and again, it's a lot of movement. It's a lot of quick notes. But actually, at the same time, it's a very slow movement happening because it's just about this note here. I hammer on the D string, so it's just. Whatever. So, as I said, this is just a door opener, which can lead into a lot of stuff. Also, maybe I can change the chord to minor if I hammer on here on E, on F instead of F sharp. That's also possible. And there is another kind of similar approach. What I'm actually doing quite a lot. I drink quite a lot of coffee actually. Practicing that very hard. Okay, what I do very often is to have a drop D. And the drop D means I have two D strings. I can take the same pattern as we just talked about and do this. So I do a hammer on, D, F sharp. I have so I think it's actually my root, my perfect, my major third, then my perfect fifth, the D, open string, then my D, open string, my root, and then I hammer on again, one octave higher, from D to F sharp. And I have this, again, the same pattern for the right hand, da, ra, da. 5/16, like 1 taka dimmi ta, taka dimmi ta. And now, in a way, I have always these 3 open strings, which is really like a strong tonality, like D, 2 Ds, 2 roots, and the perfect fifths, which confirms the D as a root. And now I can just move through any kind of a scale, any kind of a D scale which has a perfect fifth. I can just, and the idea is just to repeat always what I played on the low D string on the 4th string on the D string. Or minor. Yeah, I could go forever now with that. I like the sound a lot, and it's also not difficult. It's easy, you know. It just repeats here on the next string. So I'm just thinking actually all the time like a kind of a melody here on this D strings. All right, there's just one more left, and then we are done with all these 6 lessons on hammer-on and pull-off. And this is also a nice one. It's also a very different one again. What we are doing is that works on the top 2 strings. That's the idea, and of course we can just move it around. You see the notation is everything there, so I don't have to play it slow or explain this thing. You have it in front of you. It's also like an advanced lesson, so I assume that you already quite at a quite high level, hopefully. And there's also this possibility of doing the same pattern, but instead of fretting that note, also have an open string. So yeah, but it's the same pattern as I like. And what we do, you can just play that very quick actually. And so on and so on. It's also a very nice pattern which gives us like it's the same like this pattern here. It gives us the possibility of inventing melody and at the same time having always the ground, the basis, the tonal center, the tonality. Sounding, so everything is in the context or related to this tonality. So it's not just a note. Yeah, it's not just no. The whole tonality is there. It's D major, and And with this chord, we will end this long course, this long journey, taking like 6 lessons, 6 weeks, on hammer-on pull-offs. I really hope that you enjoy these lessons here on Guitar Academia, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click the bell, because then you also get notifications, because every week I will release a new video. Also, you can support my channel by with a donation. Just click on the link below. There is a there you can go to my website hoophildenbrand.com. On the Guitar Academia page, there you have a button where you can donate. And of course, also like downloading the PDF, getting the PDF for this small amount also helps supporting this channel, of course, to go on with this stuff here. There's still a lot of stuff to cover. It's waiting here behind me in a lot of folders and wants to get out into the world. All right. Thanks for watching. My name is Hoop Hildenbrand.